impact.
No, okay.
And how on the turnaround of, you know, the empowerment and the impact that really comes, it seems also to be a concern. Okay. How do you measure that?
Okay, Diba, let me tell you, I'm a patron for GOtv. GOtv is 6 million shillings a year. We have only about 1.2 million shillings for projects. If I want to do a project of car wash, I can probably give 1 per ward. If I want to do a project of TVs and chairs to start a commercial TV house or room, it will cost, I can only give 1 per constituency. So what the president did for Nairobi in terms of the empowerment was amazing. First of all, he told us all to bring groups. The groups to ask for the kind of business support that they want. I mean, there was this group from Isli who came up and said they want a water filtration system. It was costing probably 1.5 million. We were like, wow, that was a clever group. But they got that system, the water filtration system, and they would be supplying bottled water in Isli. There was some groups asked from Kokotenis. You know, some people sometimes when I give out Kokotenis, they're like, why are you giving out Kokotenis? But people who have them Kokotenis can make 2,000 shillings a day just from supplying water, because they're capitalizing on the fact that there's shortages of water. So we give it to them with the jerrycans, etc. So for me, you know, every hustle matters. I love that theme. Yesterday, somebody from Kibra asked me, can you buy me an egg trolley? And I'm going to buy it for her this week, so that I can actually be able to sell eggs, and they're making good money. So the president said, bring me this many groups with whatever they want. They were not given what they don't want. They were given whatever you want. You want to go into a hair salon, you want a motorbike, you want egg trays, you want television sets, whatever you want, you will get. And people got projects that will start their business. Now, the only danger is we did laundromats. During COVID, we got Mama Fuas, and they were not longer going to people's houses. We decided to create laundromats for them. You know, a washing machine, a dryer, ironing boards. Now, the biggest problem is while we build housing, we're also doing the commercial side where you can get a little stall for nothing. Most people, when they started these businesses and then business was not taking off, the biggest challenge becomes rent. And GOtv does not do recurring expenditure. So we need to learn and adjust. We're going to change the regulations of GOtv. I hope the money will be increased. I hope we'll be able to cover recurring expenditure. But empowerment is pesa mashinani. It's trying to get that youth who's unemployed, who wants an opportunity to start a business, to be given the equipment to start the business. I mean, you can't fall there. I've given somebody a shaving, you know, barber chair and shaving, and today they're successful. But there are those you give and they sell it. They sell it. The next day you try and go and look and see where's your business, they've sold it. They give up too quickly. But then not all business can be successful. So the thing is, I think mentorship, life coaching, and you know, to fail is not the end. You can start again. So we have to continuously create opportunities. And I believe that there's also other opportunities that we have to look at is, as we export labor, we have to look at what's required. The TVETs are going to help. We certify people, we get them to get to a certain standard. I mean, I went to Australia, they need nurses. The problem is, when we certify our nurses, they have to go to Australia and do the course all over again. So can we find a way to twin or partner with an Australian college or institution so that when they go through the course here, they're covering the syllabus in Australia. So when they go there, maybe you do a 1-year course. So we need to up our educational standards so that our educated lot, when they go out,
so it's on par with
with what's available. I remember, you know, we used to have all manner of colleges to improve our standards, you know, and we need to continue that twinning so that we can actually raise our standards. Because right now we have an unemployment crisis. That's poverty, that's drugs, that's crime, that's mental health, that's suicide, that's goonism. How do we deal with it? So I feel that you know, like I'm going to, before I break for Christmas, I'm going to meet the leaders of all these groups that we have in Nairobi. And I want to have a candid discussion with them. Because you can't, you know, yesterday I was like, I'm hosting the Chinese ambassador. You've all showed up, and the politicians come with them. You've all showed up with these people. They behave badly. They don't realize that you've got dignitaries. And it's not good for our country's image. So I need to make them understand that you don't, if you come to an event because you want to get some money out of this event, you respect the event. But I'm telling you, I mean, riding on, you know, for me, the reason why I have to pay them off, because when they're hanging on my car,
yes,
it's scary. So now I'm going to remove those funny things on the side of the car. What do you call them? I'm going to remove them so there's nowhere to hang.
The step rails, sir.
Oh my goodness, it's
So
dangerous.
don't cling on them.
You
Okay.
know, it's dangerous for road users, for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want to just, you wanted to say something, Kenan, before we buckle down on party politics?
I just wanted to say with a light touch, I hope that is not the reason why you are quitting politics.
I'm not quitting politics. I'm actually, you know, this is such a, let me clear it. No. By the way, they are my sons and they love me and I love them. But the thing is, I don't love the behavior. Yeah, all right? The behavior is wrong. And you know,
there's a sense of entitlement that they think.
It's not. It's not. It's just, on that day, they're looking, look, it happened to me at Nairobi University. When I first got into politics, I went to Nairobi University and it was a Friday. And then they closed the gate. I was going to meet the women organization in Nairobi University. They closed the gate and they refused me to leave. They said they want 100,000. I said, I don't have 100,000. You're not leaving. They blocked the gate. And that time I was opposition. I'm calling the police. They're not coming to help me. I mean, which was really wrong. So here I am, stuck in Nairobi University. I had to find money to give them for me to be able to get out. So these are educated lots, all right? So let me tell you, it's not just the unemployed, the uneducated, it's everybody. It's become crisis. It's a crisis wherever you go. So I feel that we need to have a conversation about behavior, right? And we need to have a conversation about this gate crushing on events that you're not invited, okay? I mean,
in other words, what you are trying to suggest is we need civility,
yes,
in our public engagement, isn't it?
And we need to talk to them. We need to educate them. You know, I'd rather you come, sit in a corner and say, you know, Mom, today we've come and we want money because we don't have money. But the thing is, sometimes I don't have the money and they want it. You know, so it's crazy. They bang your window, you know. I mean, how many times I've left a rally and I end up going to the garage with my car. It's so expensive. But, you know, I know the leaders. I want to sit and have a conversation with them. And it's unemployment, but I want to empower them and not see them.
So,
you know what? I was in Korogocho once and I had two young boys, two young men who blocked me from coming out of a school. Okay? And eventually I went and I told my security, go and find those two boys. Because I paid them off and I got out of the school, they opened the gate. I said, go and find those two boys. They went and they found them. And today, the two of them are so reformed, they have so much respect. When I go to Korogocho, they're part of my security team. So they're looking for, some will want to reform, others not. So, and some are on drugs and some are on alcohol. But all in all, I think they're on the wrong side of the stick. I think throwing them in jail is not going to be the solution. We need to find a way, you know, sometimes I feel send them to NYS, give them some training, and then absorb them. I think the president has done so well in terms of upping the numbers for teachers, for NYS, but we need to do so much more. And this is why I hope the West would excuse my French, pay us our loss and damage so that we can deal with some of the problems that we have in terms of unemployment.
Yeah, but